Hi everyone, how was my last tutorial about how to ask for directions in the German language and how to tell someone the directions to some place in German? Do write your reviews in the comments section. Now in this tutorial, I will show you the house, which is das Haus in German, and its different parts in the German language. But before that, please do check my tutorial 12 on some of the common furniture items in the German language, tutorial 14 on the German grammar cases, and tutorial 35 in which I revise the nominative and accusative grammar cases and introduce the dative grammar case to you. And also my previous tutorials, specifically tutorial 42, in which I have mentioned the two-way prepositions in the German language. So let's have a look. So in a house, there can be the basement, which is der Keller. Then the ground floor is das Erdgeschoss. Made up of two nouns, die Erde, but the E has been left out from this word. This means the earth, but also the ground, and das Geschoss, which is the floor or the story of any house or building. Der erste Stock, the first floor. So the floor or the story of the house or building has the words das Geschoss, but also der Stock can be used. And der zweite Stock is the second floor. So you can also say das erste Geschoss for the first floor and das zweite Geschoss for the second floor. Then der Dachboden. Das Dach, the roof, der Boden, which is the floor, but this time the floor of individual rooms, not the floor or the story of the house or the buildings. So the floor of the roof is the attic. Der Balkon, the balcony, die Terrasse, the terrace. Der Garten, the garden, but die Garage. Now this word is written just as in English, but has a mixture of German and French languages pronunciation. So garage, specifically the last part of this noun has the French bit of pronunciation. So having looked at the main parts of the house, let's have a look at some of the main rooms inside the house. Das Schlafzimmer. So compound nouns are not just made up of two or more nouns combined together, but can also be made up of a verb and a noun combined. As I have mentioned in my previous tutorials from time to time also. But when a verb is combined with the noun, then often the ending of the verb, which consists of one or two alphabets, will be left out. So in this case, as you can see, it will become das Schlafzimmer. So schlafen means to sleep and Zimmer, room in which you sleep. In it, the items that can be commonly seen are die Lampe, which is the lamp, der Spiegel, which is the mirror, der Nachttisch, again a compound noun, der Tisch is the table, die Nacht is the night. So interestingly, the bedside table is termed the night table. Der Teppich is the carpet, das Bett is the bed, das Fenster is the window, der Vorhang is one curtain, plural die Vorhänge. Then der Schrank is the cupboard, but specifically the cupboard in which you put Kleider or dresses becomes der Kleiderschrank, the wardrobe or the closet also, as we say in English. Moving on, das Kinderzimmer. The room of the children, which can have die Bilder or maybe just das Bild. Das Bild is the picture or the painting, and plural is die Bilder. Die Wanduhr, again a compound noun. Die Uhr is the watch or the clock, but specifically the clock is called die Wanduhr because die Wand refers to the wall. So the clock on the wall is specifically called die Wanduhr. Das Kinderbett is the bed for the children. Die Kommode, the chest of drawers or the tall boy. Der Bürostuhl. Der Stuhl is any chair, but das Büro is the office. So this is actually der Stuhl, but the office chairs that can move around also are called der Bürostuhl. Then der Schreibtisch. Der Tisch, which is the table, and schreiben is to write. If it is a writing table, then it will be called der Schreibtisch. the en of this verb to write is left out and just this part of the verb is combined with the noun. Das Spielzeug can refer to one toy but is often referred to the toys in German. Das Zeug is any stuff and spielen is to play. So part of this verb is combined with the noun to make it the stuff that is used for playing. Now, if the house has a separate study room with Schreibtisch, Stuhl, or even Bürostuhl, for example, then the study room in German is das Arbeitszimmer. Das Zimmer, die Arbeit, which is the work, and the nouns have been combined with an S. Then the living room is das Wohnzimmer. Wohnen as a verb means to live. And part of the verb has been taken and combined with the noun. Before coming to this living room, there can be the stairs, which in German is die Treppe. Then inside the living room, der Fernseher, which is the TV, armchair, but it is a single seater, that is called der Sessel. Then das Sofa, die couch. So both these words have been taken from the English language, and although couch is pronounced as it is in German, but sofa is pronounced Sofa. Die Kissen are the cushions, or in the bedroom, the pillows are also called die Kissen. Then das Regal will be any part of the house that is in the form of shelves like this, or it can be a furniture item standing against the wall, for example, and it has shelves. That is called das Regal. And whatever you put into it, as in this case, we can see die Bücher, the books. So this has been termed das Bücherregal. Das Badezimmer, which sometimes in the shortened form is simply called das Bad. Baden means to bath or to bathe, as we call in English, and das Zimmer in which you do that becomes the bathroom. Das Badetuch. Das Tuch is any cloth, and if it is used for baden, then it becomes das Badetuch. Die Badewanne, the tub that is used for bathing. Das Waschbecken. Becken is the sink or the basin, and for washing, the verb waschen is used. So the sink in which you wash is das Waschbecken. Der Toilettensitz or der Klositz. Now der Sitz is the seat. Die Toilette is the toilet. But because this is a compound noun, so it gets the article of the last noun. And das Klo and der Sitz. Now, Klo is the slang or the really informal word for the toilet. And last of all, we have the kitchen, which is die Küche. Der Herd, the cooker, and it can have with it der Backofen, which is the oven for baking. So der Ofen and the verb backen has been used but cut short to back. Der Schrank, but because it is in the kitchen cabinet or the kitchen cupboard will be der Küchenschrank. Der Kühlschrank. So in German, think of it as the cupboard used to keep items kühl, which is cool, and so therefore the fridge is such a furniture item. Die Mikrowelle, the microwave. So any machine that rinses the crockery is the dishwasher. So der Esstisch is the table specifically for eating, because the verb essen has been cut short to s here. Der Esstisch, the dining table. So that was all for today. Do stay updated for part 2 of this tutorial. Thank you.